Hey, it's Jake with Ideal, and just wanted to chat quickly today about the importance of keeping your exterior paint up to date and maintained. And a lot of times people think of exterior paint just as like an aesthetic curb appeal, which it is. It's meant to be aesthetic and curb appeal, and what's nice is you can really curate the look of your home with exterior paint, but it's also meant to protect everything underneath it. And we just completed a house in Thornton last week. I'll put some pictures here of how bad the siding trim was, and we had to replace some sheeting that was behind it. Now, this house, it was built in 94, so it didn't have what's called a moisture barrier or a house wrap. So essentially you have your siding. Most houses nowadays are going to have the moisture barrier and then the sheeting of your house. It's been code in Colorado, I think, since the late 90s. This house was built in 94. Anyway, point being that this house, the paint project could have been a lot less expensive if this homeowner would have moved forward getting this house taken care of probably 4 to 5 years ago, if I had to guess. When I first got in the industry 8-9 years ago, my job was a canvasser for a painting company here in Denver. And my job was to go into areas where we were doing work and knock on doors and bother homeowners, asking them if we could give them a paint quote. And what I would hear all the time is, hey, I know I need paint, but I'm all set. I'm going to wait until I get a letter from my HOA telling me I have to paint because I don't want to pay for it, which totally makes sense. Painting is not cheap by any means. It can be a pretty exciting project, so it's fun to pick colors and all that, but home renovations are not the most fun thing to take care of. But the problem with that is usually by the time HOA is sending you a letter or an email saying, hey, you have to paint or we're going to fine you, there's probably a lot of underlying issues outside of paint that need to get addressed because you waited too long. So just stay on top of it. Do a quick walk around your house once a year. Just make sure the caulking around the windows is holding up good, where the siding and the trim meet at those joints. Make sure that caulk is holding up okay, because a lot of times homeowners, they'll look at the paint of their house and think, hey, the paint looks fine. It's not peeling. I don't need to worry about paint. But especially in Colorado, a lot of the houses that we have out here are built with composite siding and trim. So it's like a MDF particle board almost, more or less, which does a great job and holds up a long time if it's maintained properly. So a lot of times when we're doing paint quotes, I always walk homeowners to the north side of their house because it doesn't get a ton of sun. And that's usually where we find all the rotted trim and siding. Not all of it, but where we find a majority of it. And it's usually because the caulk has failed. So always do a walk around at least once a year. Just make sure everything's holding up okay. And outside of that, if you notice it's starting to get bad, get the paint done before you have to replace siding and trim. It just makes it a lot more expensive. So that's it. Thanks. Oh yeah, and if you need a paint estimate or roof consultation siding, we handle it all. You can book online or give us a call at our office. Thanks.